thank you, Rokas. This is
Thank you.
a great opportunity to support you in your journey, seeking truth in martial arts. My intention is you don't get better watching me do technique, and you certainly don't get better watching me talk about technique. So I would love to put you on the mat and give you a training session in support of your upcoming rematch in Aikido versus MMA. These are some of the techniques that I've found to be the most functional from Aikido, and in how we're setting them up. The form is more functional. And of course, the methodology of training with alive drilling, aliveness, is more functional. So why don't we start just with a little bit of footwork, like you would in the beginning of jiu-jitsu. So just shuffling and getting the lateral motion.
Okay.
I just want you guys starting to feel familiar with how your feet are going to move a little differently from when we train traditional Aikido. So we're going to use that footwork today. We're going to set up our Moai. This is all about distance management and closing the distance. My partner is going to throw a jab. So he's going to jab, and I'm going to pat it, parry it. And as I do that, I'm going to step laterally. And he's going to cross, and I'm going to step laterally. As we get into a little closer Moai, I'm going to have to tighten up my guards. So now move around. Okay, now we're going to put together the two Moais, okay? You're moving well. So a lot of movement is good. So now we're going to do the clinch practice off of the straight punches. He's going to jab and bring it back. I'm going to crash and remeet straight into it. Yeah, leaning, that was it. Let's do the next one. We're moving quick here, so we'll add the hooks. And it's from here, it's this way. Yeah, really relax there into your center. We'll move to the clinch. He throws a right hook, and I crack. Okay, then the second part, I want an underhook. Okay, so I'm going to come here, shuffle around. This is a very ideal position. Yes, and when in doubt, go straight to that shutter block. When in doubt, just cover up. Good elbow attempt, yeah. That looks great, Rokas. Good, now start to move around a little bit. Natural footwork. Now be mindful of the Moai. If you back up a little bit, then he has to start to close the distance to hit you. So it's so important as the foundation that you start to feel safe from getting hit. Now you're freed up in your awareness to focus on other things, like how do I clinch? So he's entered my distance, I initiate. Boom, I'm gonna make him believe it there, and then I'm gonna come in, boom, and then I'm gonna underhook as I come in. Make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, you will have to run in at some point to clinch with your partner if they're trying to engage you. And I'm also already feeding the bicep if I can get it. If you find yourself reverting back to your game A, dial down the intensity like 20%. Then you'll have the awareness left over to choose a new pathway. And I'm going to atemi, so he has to be alert to block his face as well. So I'm going to use that to close the distance. what you were doing is you started making him believe your jab. And he was going backwards. And as he's going backwards, that's when you're clinching. So he's already off balance. So now I'm going to take away my jab. So I have to work my defenses and how to enter. Let's take our gloves off and we'll get in for some throws. So this is the judo variation of a riminage with a little sotogari, the outside sweep. So I come underneath here, I'm gonna punch over, and I'm gonna rotate my hips so that his left leg is available to me there. Now I can choke him here, or I can kick forward and then kick back.
Right.
Now the other one, make him step, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. And my riminage is an overhand right. So I chop. That's awesome. That was great. So try the other one. It's a lot more difficult. Be really mindful of where you're making him step so that you can easily get behind his foot.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So now for his lead hook, I'm going to be a little closer so that I can weave properly. As I come up, lift, and as I'm leaning, I'm going to do my big overhand left. I'm going to throw him towards my open side because that's where his tailbone is. That's where he's off balance. Now, the other thing is if he hops, I'm going to throw here, he hops. Well, just step around again.
Right.
And trip him. Pick up the leg first so he's off center.
Okay.
Then throw it. Yeah, and then keep your posture if you can. Good, and keep going. Like trip him again if that happens.
Okay.
Just stay in it, yeah. There we go. So on the left side as well, I'm going to clinch with an underhook. So I come here. Now I step in with my right foot and get this position that I wanted from before. So even if I'm just here, I may not get his bicep. I could be on his trapezius. He could also still whizzer. He knows what he's doing, but I'm deep in behind this leg here. So now what am I going to do? You know, shomanate or skiage. I'm going to lean as this comes up the front to his chin.
Ooh, okay.
It's kind of a kosoplagari as well, where I can push into it and tilt him off center. So even if he doesn't let me bend him backwards, so stay strong here. If I step with my center, I have a chance to throw. Great, go ahead. Try just a handful of those. Okay, that one looks solid. So in the interest of time, let's add the henka. So this is the Dominic Cruz special. This is a knee tap. It's like a riminage as well, but it goes together well here because in the moment that it's probably not going to let me bend him backwards like that. So same entry. Now as I throw, he's going to step with it. He doesn't want this leg here. I'm way in behind him, so he's going to step out. Now look, knee tap. This does a big overhand right, and I run across him. This is freestyle wrestling. It looks like Aikido too. So he has his whizzer, and I throw it over. That's the feel, yeah. All right, you may. So you may clinch, pretend like you're shorter. You may clinch, punch, and then be right here. Muay Thai clinch. And now I'm gonna choke him. What I wanna do to set up the Aikido technique is as he's about to tap, he's up on his toes probably. Now as he comes down, I'm gonna switch. I've never seen it work, but it's great. And for self-defense, obviously it's a better option. Yeah, if he goes belly down, well, that's good too. He'll likely roll out of it.
More here.
That's it. Now throw him. Yeah, there's the leverage. Oh, you got to step over his head first with your left foot. Left foot has to step. Right foot doesn't. Yep.
Got it.
There you go. Left foot steps over now. Oh, armbar. Okay.
Okay.
That's great. That's great.
Well, still working on my BJJ, but
That's great though. You got it.
cool. Thank you.
The end where everything mixes together. So Uke has boxing, and then you get in, you know, clinch and throw right away if you can, and if not, hajime, everything, and dial it up a little bit. Nice. All right.
It's great to do the alive part. Really brings in more confidence. Otherwise, there's always the what if. But if you do it alive, you can switch. Makes a very big difference.
Yeah, it's so important because in the methodology, if I can even tell you what to do functionally, and even tell you how to do chain link takedowns combinations, or even have you drill them static, it actually isn't in your body until you've done it alive. And so it's so important. And then you grow your own. You have to grow your own. You don't learn jujitsu, you grow it. You don't learn Aikido, you grow it.